All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with some more Ghost of Tsushima. This is definitely not my second time doing this or anything. No. Yeah, it's not like my first time. I forgot that I have to hook the game into the audio thingy so that you guys can actually hear things. Yeah, no, definitely not. We're gonna start the final sequence of this game. And
I wasn't sure you'd show up.
Wasn't sure you would either.
Yeah, we're just gonna breeze through this.
I take it Tenzo told you who I am.
He did, Sakai. And if we weren't in the middle of a war, you would both be gathering flies.
We won't survive the day with blades held to each other's necks. First, we stop the eagle. Then we'll settle this.
Deal.
I came to hear your plan, Sakai. How's a band of raiders supposed to take down an army of Mongols?
The same way you defeated the samurai 15 years ago. You lured my father into Senjo Gorge, took his life, and forced the Sakai clan to retreat. We can do the same to the Eagle tribe.
How do we get her attention?
She's hunting me. If I provoke her, she'll chase me into Senjo Gorge.
Where we'll be waiting to spring the ambush and send them to hell.
It could work.
We'll have to find the Eagle first. She's always on the move, hunting new victims to poison.
I have scouts combing the island. They'll find her.
When they do, I'll get her attention.
Not alone you won't. Any day now, the Eagle will find our refuge and burn it to ash. If this is our best chance to stop her, I'm going to make sure she takes our bait.
Then it's settled. Tenzo, see to the scouts. I'll prepare the ambush.
I'll camp here until we're ready. We have one shot to bring the Eagle to ground. Make it count.
All right, let's do this.
Jin! Scouts spotted the Eagle's force.
Is Funa in position?
The canyons are crawling with raiders. We just have to lure the Mongols to them.
By the way, I'm gonna have
We'll
unlimited
meet my
health on for
scouts.
this.
They're keeping an eye
Once
on the
again, I
Eagle's
already
force.
did this.
When we
already.
attack, I'll get her attention.
You said she's hunting you.
And
What does she want with a poisoned samurai?
She wants to make me one of her shamans.
What?
Yeah.
One of her followers at Fort Sakai said she wants to recruit me.
But she forced her poison on you.
The sacred medicine is poisonous to most, but her shamans use it as a rite of passage.
I don't like this
Are you
final
still
sequence of
seeing
this game.
visions?
Yes, and they're getting worse.
I warned you this would only end in madness and death.
Enzo, over here!
The Mongols are sweeping the island, looking for the samurai.
Is the Eagle with them?
She called a halt and released some of her eagles to fly. We weren't spotted.
Let's get a better look.
Shit, I left that on board.
Look for the Eagle's helmet. Shouldn't be hard to spot. That's her. The Eagle is here.
Where? I don't see her.
Right there. She sees us. Move in.
There you are, Lord Sakai. I've scoured the island for you.
No, not now.
Accept my gift. Become my shaman.
By the way, you can't win
Your
these
gift
fights.
is poison.
It's scripted. You just survive.
Refuse me and you will die here. Just like your father.
Damn it, where is she? Tenzo! The Eagle got away! Look for her!
She was never here, Jin. Little help. need a hand! Little help! Jin, what happened?
The Mongols were waiting for us. But if the eagle wasn't here...
And where is she?
Where am I, Jin?
Be silent.
What place on this island calls to you? Where were we destined to meet again?
Can't be.
Senjo Gorge!
The eagle is there, where my father was killed.
We have to get back to Fune!
I underestimated the eagle.
You sure you didn't want to become her shaman? Offer us up to your new master?
I'm no traitor. When I was imprisoned, poisoned, I thought the eagle was someone else. I told her about my father, how you ambushed us at Senjo Gorge.
So she knew your father died there. Then she learned you joined our fight. Heard we were planning something big.
She's one step ahead. But we can still win this, Tenzo.
The entire force is attacking. They'll overwhelm Fune.
Aksal Hatan! Where are you? I know you're here! Face me!
And that move sucks.
Little help! I'm down!
The bastards came out of nowhere. What happened?
We'll explain later. Did you see the eagle?
She led the attack. Killed half my men. We need to fall back to the refuge.
We won't get a second chance at this. We have to bring down the eagle now.
You're as stubborn as one of my crew.
Then let's go.
Listen up! We're hunting the eagle!
Into the canyon!
It's too late. The battle is lost. You failed, like you failed your father. Do you remember how you let him die? Your mind is lost. How do you know this battle is even real?
Jin, still with us?
I'm fine.
Lord Sakai, you returned to me.
The eagle. Is she here this time?
Remember the great Kazuma-san? Broken and bleeding while you shook like a newborn calf.
I was a child.
A samurai, not a farm boy. But when your father was desperate, you hid like a coward.
Jin! You all right?
Yes, keep fighting.
Good work. Keep hunting for the eagle.
How are you holding up?
I used to only hear her voice. Now I see her, feel her presence.
Maybe being here makes the visions more intense.
Are you not tired, Lord Sakai? Come, I will give you peace.
And I will give you cold steel.
Jin, hold it together.
Remember your terror. Your father's dying screams echoed off the canyon walls. Let me take away the pain.
I'll send you to hell.
That's the last of them.
The eagle has to be close.
You know where I am, don't you?
The eagle is waiting east of here, where my father was killed.
I'm not betting everything on your gut, samurai. You go east. Tenzo and I cover the other path.
No, I'll go with Jin. He needs me.
Good luck to both of you. With me! Run the Mongols down!
Meet me in the heart of your pain. Let me heal you.
Damn it, give me silence!
Jin, you need to turn back.
Too late now.
This is the place.
Where you killed my father.
The sacred medicine brought you here. Do you know why?
This fight is
To end your
just
reign
awful.
of terror.
No.
It's worse
To
than
be
the fight
healed.
that it took me to get this
For
armor.
years you hid your pain.
Because at least that
The
fight,
sacred medicine
everything
allows you to
was
see it.
Against my will.
very well
Your medicine
designed.
is a weapon.
Don't let the darkness take you, Jin. Let your spirit soar in the eternal blue sky.
I don't soar over my people. I serve them.
Even the people who killed your father.
Yes, even them.
What a waste.
Handle the others, Tenzo. I'll deal with the eagle.
You cannot defeat me. You are blind. Now I bring death.
That move right there is an undodgeable, unblockable.
Face the judgment of your ancestors, Lord Sakai.
And everything in this fight, in that fight, you die in one hit on this difficulty. That's why it's worse than the fight that it took me to get this monkey armor. Because at least in that fight, it took me I think it took 2 hits for me to die. So there are room for like error. In this fight, no. And then so many of her attacks are instantaneous quick attacks that really shouldn't kill you. But somehow it does. And then sometimes she weaves in like unparryable attacks into her quick attack combo. That makes no sense. It's like quick attack, and then unparryable quick attack. What?
I'm sorry I failed you, Father.
It's just a bad boss fight.
Not me. Our clan. The Sakai name is tarnished.
Like any attack
The people here accuse
that
us of
is
terrible
unparryable should be a slow wind up charge attack.
things. Sometimes.
Okay?
what is
Just like the rest of the
necessary
game. The rest of the game, except for
is
Ronins.
also terrible.
Or even Ronins actually, because Ronins have that like they sheath their
The
sword
actions I took.
and then does a super quick slash out
How do you
attack.
see?
That's unparryable. But you can dodge it. Right? But it's slow. They sheath their sword and then they walk towards you to slash at you. It's very telegraphed,
You
very
did
well
what was
designed.
needed on the battlefield. Not at home.
And that goes for a lot of
needed
other
your father.
things too.
When we lost your mother,
Sorry.
I was left with a son I didn't know how to help. So
Like, I'll go over my
I
opinions
raised
after
a samurai.
everything.
It's time, Jin. Do what is necessary. Rid our clan of shame and defeat. Avenge me. Kill him, you coward! No. I will never be like you. The way you lived was not my choice. And your death was not my fault.
The sacred medicine no longer affects you. How is that possible?
By the way, do you see how many hits it took to kill her? And any one of her hits can insta-kill you, by the way.
You face
One of my
the judgment
biggest-
of your ancestors.
One of my biggest
One.
likes on this difficulty is how everything felt fair. I'm okay with dying 1 to 2 hits in 1 and 2 hits. If the enemies also vaguely die in 1 to 2 hits. I'm okay with bosses can survive like up to 5 hits. Alright, 5 or 6. I'm okay with that. But look how many hits it took me to kill her.
Now's your chance.
She is literally a damage sponge.
Are you alright?
It's so annoying.
What about you? Still hearing her?
It took what's so good about this difficulty
No.
and just throws it out the window.
I'm sorry, Jin.
So am I.
Sounds like a celebration. I better check on Rune. Tell her the good news.
Go on. I'll join you later.
Don't wait too long, Jin.
And don't even get me started on the story. I have my opinions about that.
Hiding in darkness. My father struggled to rise. Free at last from life.
I'm never going to use this armor. Sorry, I already did the shrine too. I'm not doing it again. By the way, it's terrible. Press control to focus on an enemy who is beginning to detect you. Why? You have literally indicators. Alright, there's one more thing in here. It's a little skin. It's not that far into this this dungeon, or this platforming section. So we're gonna go ahead and just do it. Yeah, terrible looking sword there. All right.
Looks like the samurai wants a word with us.
Fune, Tenzo, you both look well.
Feeling better with the eagle gone. Nice work, by the way.
Same to you. The Eagle tribe will lose their foothold here if we keep fighting.
Hear that, Fune? He said we.
Find me later, Sakai. I could use the help of a samurai who knows how to keep a secret.
Looks like you're healing up.
It only hurts when I laugh, so I should be fine around you.
You only laugh at your own jokes anyway.
But I'll never swing a blade like I used to.
No more robbing innocent merchants on the high seas. How will you make yourself useful?
Too many people here still suffer from the eagle's poison. There's no cure, but I can ease their pain. Maybe even help some recover. Like you.
The Eagle's medicine forced me to relive my father's death. Gave me another chance to avenge him.
What did you do?
I realized I didn't need revenge. I've spent my life running from a dead man, trying to live up to him, blaming myself for his death, hating myself for choosing to live. So I turned my back on the past and put my guilt behind me.
And that cured you?
The darkness never leaves completely, but it recedes.
Maybe that's how to heal the others. Guide them through the memories. Help them face their fears.
I hope you're right. Years ago, I could never have imagined saying this, but I'm glad we met, Tenzo.
Never thought I'd do this either, but... Thank you, Jin. I better head out soon. See if I can find more of the Eagle's victims. And get them the help they need.
Why send us on another raid now? We've barely caught our breath from the last battle.
We're at war. If you want to rest, try asking the Eagle tribe for a few days off.
We took the Sakai in. We put all the Mongol prisoners...
Leave us, Hachiro.
Doing what?
Nothing complicated.
Trouble with your men?
Nothing I can't handle. I suppose I should thank you for killing the Eagle. And for letting Tenzo walk free.
The Eagle deserved it. As for Tenzo... This island has seen enough bloodshed already.
It's about to see some more. There's a Mongol ship off the coast, loaded with enough supplies to get my men through this war. We're going to take it.
And you want help from Ikki's most hated samurai.
That honor goes to your father.
You're willing to hire your former enemy, put your entire crew at risk, over a few supplies? What's really on that ship, Fune?
My daughter.
So this is a rescue mission.
Yes. Hidden in a raid.
Your crew doesn't know. You haven't told them you're risking their lives to save your daughter.
They'll mutiny if they find out. And if we turn against each other now...
The Eagle tribe will tear you apart.
I can't abandon my daughter. Join my raid, and help me save her. Quietly.
All right. I'm in.
Thank you. We leave at sunrise. Until then, you can join the festivities, or rest on my ship. Enjoy yourself while you can. We sail at first light.
Care for a drink?
That doesn't smell like any sake I've had.
We don't drink fancy brews on Ikki, Lord Sakai. You want fire in your belly, you'll have to settle for my special recipe.
If you're trying to poison me, you better be strong. I've survived the Eagle's drink after all.
I'll share the bottle to put your mind at ease. What are we drinking to?
To Ikki Island.
Gotta make up for lost time. Fune said the Mongol ship's loaded with riches.
Fune says a lot of things.
You think she's lying?
I think she's hiding something from us. And the last time she acted this way, I lost 2 brothers in the deep.
If she was an emissary of the spirit...
Want to place a bet?
A game of Go. I used to play this with my uncle.
There's no room for more players, but we're taking bets. Who do you think will win? White or black?
I'll choose white.
Good luck. Stop by later and see if you won.
Of course. I mean, white usually wins. It does have an advantage. It goes first, right?
Fune's busy planning horse shit. She's never missed a celebration. She did once. The night after.
Shh. We've got company.
Better wait on Fune's ship.
That seems like a fire hazard.
I gave you an order!
We're not moving until you tell us everything!
What's happening?
This isn't just a supply run, is it? What's so important about this Mongol ship?
The enemy is on the move, and you are delaying us.
You owe us answers!
No, Hachiro. I owe you nothing. Leave him to me, Jin.
Who are you loyal to, Fune? Your men or the butcher's son?
I have given every piece of myself to you and my men. Prepare the ship. Now.
As you command.
I have men waiting down the beach. This way.
Don't let him distract you.
I know. Not when we're so close to Toki.
What does your daughter look like? If there are other prisoners, we'll need to find her in the crowd.
She has my chin. And eyes. And... I don't know what she looks like now. I haven't seen her in years.
Growing apart from family can be difficult.
Do you have children?
No. But my father... I barely knew him. He saved his true self for the battlefield.
Maybe I have more in common with the Butcher of Iki than I'd care to admit.
I could say the same.
My scouts. Still your blade. Yasu, report.
Mongol dogs are loading their ship now. No clue we're coming.
If they see us, they'll retreat for open water.
Let them try. My archers are in position, ready to torch their sails.
A quiet attack could take them by surprise. Protect any precious cargo from harm.
Good thinking, Lord Sakai. Looks like you volunteered to lead the charge. Take the ship. Leave no Mongol alive.
Alsen hun nikken helt al. Big der samurai or no. Tengdwing. Vi har
The ship is ours! Put out the fires! Take everything you can carry!
Where is Funa's daughter?
This is my daughter, Toki. It's me, Oka. Her mind. It's been consumed by Kusuri. I gave it to her to ease a broken arm.
It's powerful medicine. It can be very addicting.
I didn't know she kept using it until she got a group of my men killed on a raid. By my own law, she should have been executed.
But she was your daughter.
So I sent her away. The crew was furious. Some left. Some still hate me. I've followed my laws to the letter every day since. But it's done no good. She's gone.
You were trying to do the right thing.
I had a chance, once. I found her in the back of a tea house, lost in a dream. She'd soiled herself. By the stink, she'd been like that for days. I was so angry, I just left her there. I should have brought her home.
Now you can. Let's get her off this boat.
Well, look at this. Fune brought us here to save her daughter. That bitch who got my brothers killed.
She has paid for that mistake, Hachiro.
Not enough. You made sure of that. But don't worry. I'll let you say goodbye before I open her pretty little throat.
The girl is lost. Only a monster would spill her blood now.
This isn't your fight, Sakai.
Yes, it is.
Those of you still loyal to me, stand back. Leave these rats to us.
Getting away! Get down!
Take these traitors' bodies and cast them into the sea.
Hachiro had a loud voice, but few allies. Your men respect you more than you know.
I'll admit, I'm surprised. My daughter got men killed. Fathers, brothers, husbands. If it were anyone else, I would side with them.
You're where you should be. With your daughter.
Her mind is gone. But her body still suffers without Kusuri. I need to help her rest. Thank you. Jin.
I hope you find peace, Fune.
Arm of the charging bull. Increase the power of shoulder charge and sprint strike. No? Is that it? Can I teleport back to the mainland now? Oh, I can. Okay. I think that's everything we can do on Iki. So, let me give my opinions about this DLC. I think that the DLC is worse than the base game. There it is. It's worse than the base game by a lot. Not even by a little, by a lot. And here's why. The story, the main story to Iki, suck complete utter ass. It is one of the most cliche plot lines I have ever seen in my life, and it's not even done well. All right, it's not even done well for being a cliche plot line. It followed the trope of drug-induced plot line to the letter. It didn't even veered off a little tiny bit. It's like the person who wrote this was so afraid of, I don't know, like experimentation. Like, it's so afraid of change that they just stuck to the bullet points. Let me tell you how I would have done this differently. Remove all the drug bullshit. All right, all of it. It is unnecessary. It bloats the story. It demeans Jin's character progression in this arc. Because his character progression in this arc was forced by the drug. He didn't come to the conclusion himself. It's the drugs that helped him along the way. It sets a huge and like terrible precedent that Jin is incapable. It's just incapable of dealing with his past traumas without drugs. It's just a terrible way to develop a character. I don't ever like drug-induced character development because it just takes away from any decisions that they've made during the process of that story. So, I will remove that completely. And here's what I would have done. Alright? I would have done basically the same structure plotline. Basically the same. And I would have had Jin still have his past shown to him, right? He's reliving memories that he has sealed away in his mind because he blames himself for what happened. And there are so many memories that he has locked away, and that's what like you're seeing as you're traveling across Iki. And that's how Jin should be dealing with his past trauma, by having to relive it after he revisits certain events, certain sites on the island. And he's starting to see what actually happened in the past, right? I don't know if this was based around a true story, but even if it was, you can take some creative liberty to make it better, right? So by reliving his past stories with his new found, I suppose, ideology, because he lived through Act 1 and probably most of Act 2 in the base game. He has a new perspective on things. He's not so restricted by the code of the samurai anymore. So by seeing how the samurais that his father led act on Iki to normal citizens, he should start to see that the samurai code back then, or the samurai themselves, were just horrible people. Just horrible people. And he realized that sticking to the code isn't what you should be doing all the time. It is a nice thing to live by, but sometimes you have to put your own morals above that of your code. And that would have been a huge character development. It would not only been a good character development, it would definitely go alongside with where the main story is headed. Right? Because Jin is slowly losing that samurai code and embracing the ghost of Tsushima. And to deal with his past in a way that makes sense, like how I described, is so much better than what he went through here in this storyline. Like, why demean his character development with drugs? It doesn't make sense. And that's just for Jin, right? I would have loved it if he was able to confront his past by himself and overcome his past traumas with his own choice and will. It would have made him such a better and stronger character. Alright, let's talk about the story of Iki outside of Jin's character development. It's awful. I'm okay with you when you lose a fight on Iki to one of like the people around. You get pulled into a cutscene to where you get captured. I was completely fine with that. Alright? I'm also slightly okay with the drugs being involved, but it should take a literal massive step back. It shouldn't be so center point on how you develop Jin's character, but it should be like a slight problem to where it, like, I don't know, sometimes in fights he gets slightly disoriented, you know, until like at the end of the story to where he finds, or one of the main quests could be that he finds a cure for it, right? It's not a huge leap to say that the eagle developed a cure for her own drugs. So, secondly, during the hallucination, drug-induced, like psychotic episode that Jin went through, am I supposed to believe that Tenzin just killed the entire group of trained Mongol guards that were following Jin around? And not only that, am I also supposed to believe that the eagle, who have such a massive interest in Jin, that she wants him to be her ally by using drugs to basically addle his brain so that she can manipulate him to work for her? Am I supposed to believe that she would just happen to leave Jin alone in that moment so that Tenzin can come in and just kill her elite bodyguards that were guarding Jin? By himself, not even a group of raiders, by himself. Like, he's not a trained samurai. He's a lowly bandit. Sure, he has fighting experience, but that's definitely not equal to a samurai that was trained from birth. Alright? I do not believe that he's capable of killing an entire group of like trained bodyguards and soldiers that are guarding Jin in that moment. And why is the eagle not there? There's so many plot holes in how Jin escaped from that situation. It blows my mind. You know how I would have done that? Here's how I would have done that. We get captured, we get drugged, we get thrown in a cage inside whatever this castle is called. Is it the Fort Sakai, right? We get thrown in a cage in Fort Sakai. The raiders mount an assault on Fort Sakai. And just like how we did it, right? Just like how Jin did it, freed the prisoners inside Fort Sakai. And the prisoners joined in with the raiders and attack and take over the castle. Then, during that process, they free Jin alongside all the prisoners, and that's how he blends in with the crowd and basically hide the fact that he's like, you know, a samurai, and joins in with the raiders, be one of them, help them out in secret to take over Fort Sakai in the moment, right? And at the end there, he gets revealed that he's a samurai by that guy that we have to fight at the end, right? And then they're like, oh, a samurai, you know, and then we go into that duel thing, and then like we have a little cut scene, and then he runs away. It can proceed the same way at the end, and that's how the rest of the raiders find out that we are a samurai, right? It takes a bit of time. That's a natural and good development, right? Why doesn't he reveal that he's a Sakai? Who knows? Like that, we can leave that off to like, you know, a nebulous thing, right? And then we just proceed along with the rest of the story the same way, except the fact that when we get to certain points in the main story or certain locations on Iki, we get flashbacks instead of drug-induced hallucinations. We get flashbacks to Jin's past, right? Seeing what the samurai did and how the people of Iki struggled to basically stay alive during this samurai raid like 20 years ago or 15 years ago. And again, just loop back to how Jin developed his character and basically move into the identity of the Ghost of Tsushima even more so after Iki. Like, why isn't that how the story went? That would have been such a better storyline, such a smoother and more believable storyline than what they have written and shown us here. It's just boggles my mind. So that's what I would have changed and how I would have basically restructured this entire DLC to make it better. And in my opinion, it is better in the way that I want it to be done. So the base game, in my opinion, it's like a 9.5. It's not perfect, all right? There are some little parts here and there that I kind of dislike about even the base game, right? But it's a 9.5. It's really good. The DLC went from like a 9.5 and just dropped that down to probably a 7 for me. It's still a above average game. It's still a good DLC, but so many things about the DLC just felt wrong. The story sucked. The way Jin's character development was induced by drugs sucked. All of the main core boss fights sucked because all of them are just massive damage sponges and one-shots you if you even make a single mistake. And I would be okay with that. Well, I wouldn't be, because most boss fights, even in the base game, takes 2 hits to kill you. So you get some time to recover with, like, you know, your resolve and stuff. But on the DLC, everything kills you in 1 hit. Especially boss fights. Everything kills you in 1 hit. It's such a tedious way to, like, balance your game. Not only that, every single boss takes 10 plus hit to kill on the difficulty to where it's supposed to be relatively even. You can take 2 hits and you die. The enemy can take 2 hits and they die. Bosses takes upwards of 5 to 6 hits and they die. Like, it's a very nice balance, right? To where it tests your skills, your reaction. But in the DLC, just take that balance and completely throw it out the window. Every boss takes 20 plus hits to kill with a katana that supposedly can sever arms like it was like bamboo or tissue paper. It's crazy to me why they decided to go down this route. It's just baffling. All right. So, yeah. Overall, I think the DLC is like a 7. It's definitely nowhere near as good as the base game. And the story is just miles away from the base game. It's just so bad. So, yeah. That's my opinion of Icky. Now, the island itself was pretty good. Just the main story sucked. The main story is terrible, but the side stories on Icky was okay. A lot of it was pretty cool, and the island itself is very pretty, and what you get to go on certain parts of the island is pretty cool. Yeah, overall, the island itself is pretty good, but that get dragged down so much by the main story. So yeah, that's it. That's my opinion on Icky, and let's go back to the main story. Where's the white dye person here? Oh, there it is. No vanity gear. All right. All right, sorry. Just making sure everything works.
Lord Sakai, thank the gods.
The Straw Hats that Kojiro wanted me to duel are dead.
He already knew, my lord. I told you, he is no ordinary man.
You saw him again.
He came back, told me you earned death by his hand. He'll wait for you in a cave at Omi Monastery.
My own clan's territory. He'll regret that insult.
You mustn't face him. With that demon-blessed armor, he'll never tire in battle.
We'll see about that.
I'll pray for your victory.
Now I wonder if everything kills me in one hit here. Unlikely, but, you know.
Lord Sakai, at last.
The musician told me your armor was blessed by demons, Kojiro.
Do you believe him?
I think you should have stayed a legend.
Let's do this.
I've killed 1,000 men. Every death was sweet.
The musician was right. You are a demon.
Are you the one who finally killed me?
Is that what you want?
So much better. Look at that. I can survive a couple of hits. And he took like, what, 6, 7 hits before he died? Okay, the abilities don't count. Like 6, 7 real hits.